Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
All right, everybody, welcome into A Reel and a Beer. It is trailer reaction time as always. Before we get started, guys, if you could, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell for the notifications. Get all of our new content when it drops, as soon as it drops. With that being said, we are here to do the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer number 2 reaction. In the house tonight, we got my man X, we got my man Mike King, and Mr. Danny Martin. I'm Bo Starkey. We don't talk, we walk.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play, but if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up.
Serious?
But if you have seen Avengers Endgame,
nice.
Enjoy the trailer.
Okay. Serious?
Okay.
I need
to know that.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Still got the script.
Listen.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Happy looking rough.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Whoa!
Nice. Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your job.
Oh! Damn.
Go work because I am going on vacation.
All right. Okay. Well,
Heads up.
Nick Fury's calling me.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo.
Got it. You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
Well, they changed that from the first trailer.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Beck.
You can use
Oh!
on my world.
New world.
Your world.
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
Dude, allies.
Multiverse.
You're coming with us.
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel. Unavailable. I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
There's Nick Fury.
Samuel Jackson.
I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Oh my God.
Star glasses.
So like I put my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You going to step up or not?
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Get out of here! Get on the jet! Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man.
Love Happy.
New plan.
I'm so glad they put him in the entire
All right, man.
series.
Let's talk
Great
about this.
trailer.
Yeah.
Great trailer. First and foremost, I think everybody heard the most important thing, which was the snap tore hole in our universe. I'm sure Danny's dying to talk about that, so I'm not going to lean on that. I let you know that a lot of things are possible now, and I do think it's going to be a blanket that they're going to throw over the questions that was asked at the end of Endgame or during Endgame. Plenty of action, plenty of what ifs answered in this one that wasn't in the second one. You can see he's grieving. Happy looks like he looks like pure shit, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's down and out, but it looks like even I guess they may have still been in New York when you seen all those Iron Man things. Either that or they're pulling for him worldwide. Was they overseas and you seen Iron Man on buildings and stuff?
Yeah.
Because he is probably worldwide.
Yeah, he's a world-renowned,
savior pretty much
savior,
now at this point. That being said, I'm not going to talk your heads off. The trailer's fantastic. I give the trailer about a 9 out of 10. Must see. Loved everything about it. Glad he still got the suit. Roll on, King.
Man, I like it because you do get to see a lot of suits in this one. I mean, everything.
Right.
They cover some ground with this.
The black one.
It's the black one, man. It's a little bit changed. It's a black one, yeah.
A black.
I think, man, they like you said, you get to see what it's going to be after Endgame. I think it's more of a passing the torch, my man. So I think they're going to pass the torch to him. I think he's supposed to be like the kind of like not taking Iron Man's spot, but he's taking a huge spot. He's taking a step up. He's not playing. He's not the sidekick anymore. He's getting to be the lead guy, and I like that a lot about it. It opens up, like you said, with the alternate universe and things. It opens up to so many different possibilities, and we finally get to start a real like Spider-Man. The future of Spider-Man. I think we're going to get to start to see a lot more of his villains, the things that we all grow up loving. So we're going to see a lot more of these villains and things of the Spider-Man story now kind of opening up. So I'm excited about it.
Where's the Goblin at?
Dude, I think we're going to start to see these kind of things.
I think it's coming out.
I think it's time.
I think they wore that out, you know. But
might see it at the end. Might get a little Harry Osborn action going
There's
on.
been some Osborn conversation throughout the MCU.
So I'm going to give it a 9.5, man. I'm going to bump it up. I don't quite want to give it a 10 because I'm hoping for an even better trailer before it goes on.
X, hammer away.
Oh, man, I loved it, man. I got to give it around that 9 and 9.5. Same thing, man. It was fantastic. I don't trust Mysterio for a second.
At all.
Not for 1 second. I mean, but the seeing the first one and seeing this one, I thought kind of the Elementals was kind of like his whole like little illusion thing. Mm-hmm. So when I saw him in that one scene in the other trailer, I was like, he's creating an illusion, whatever. But you saw him like in different scenes here. So I don't know if he continued that on or, you know, if they're really a part of this movie and he's actually going to be good for a while or, you know, stuff like that. So I find it very intriguing, everything that he's doing. The multiverse seems intriguing. Seems to be throwing a blanket over Endgame, like you said. But let's see where they take it. I seriously doubt they're going to just throw away 11 years of building up and then like, here go a multiverse so we can bring this guy back and do this with this guy. No, let's just say maybe there's possibilities of other things. I'm pretty sure my man is going to open up, so I'm going to leave that alone and let him handle that part. But I think it was fantastic. I loved every part of it. Great.
Get your watch out. Danny, give me 2 minutes, everything you got.
All right, well, you know, actually, King, you completely threw like a total wrench in my spokes. And I'm not going to mention, you know, somebody asked me not to mention or bring into this conversation a certain somebody. Hair Bear. You know, that really shows how big of a baddie, you know, Mysterio really is and stuff, and how corrupt he can totally be and has been in the comic book universe, you know. But I mean, so many different, from what I saw, you know, with him saying the words multiverse, that just completely can just open up a whole can of whatever the hell, you know. But what you just said, you know, I'm talking about Channing Tatum coming in as Gambit, being, you know, whatever, you know, X-Men coming in, and the Hair Bear and all this other good stuff, whoever could be, you know, the next antagonist. But, you know, the wrench in the spokes, what you just said, you know, and once they mentioned there, and like, you know, am I going to be the next Iron Man? You know, the MCU has not had full control over Spider-Man like they have now. And so, yeah, is that a possibility that he may be the next Iron Man, or the Robert Downey Jr., the Chris Evans for Captain America, and the next coming up? I mean, it's like a new month and a new series on a comic book. You know, all bets are off. All gloves
He's been
are
one
off.
of the main faces of Marvel. I think it's maybe his time to take his role.
He is. I mean, completely. Spider-Man is like the American flag is
30 seconds. Let's go.
The American flag, you know, is the call sign for America. Just like Spider-Man is the call sign for Marvel, not Captain America. Sorry, but Spider-Man is the call sign for Marvel.
You know.
Well, I mean, not in the past 10 years, but you know, before then, in comic books and all this other good stuff, you know, Spider-Man is the end all be all.
Up until this last decade.
You know, he is, you know, Marvel. You know, even though Captain America was done. But I'm just saying, you know, with that happen, him saying the multiverse, all hands, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I have no prediction.
With that being said, give me a number.
I have to give it a damn 9.5 because
9.5. I love
anything can happen now.
Guys, let us know what you think. Let us know what you saw. Let us know what you want to see in this movie. What you expect about this movie. The next step. This is the next step that we're going to see after the fallout of Endgame. Big Time's going to launch on 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So July 2nd.
Yes.
July 2nd. So it'll be a major. This will do over $1 billion.
Yeah.
This will probably do $500 million first weekend. I think that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
He will carry the torch. He and Black Panther will carry the torch as far as numbers at the box office from here on out.
Yeah.
That's a promise.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to shut this one down. Spider-Man Far From Home trailer reaction number 2. We're out.